Looks like the slug trap is working. They have started to leave my carrots alone.
I get chicken nuggets.
Did you get chicken McNuggets? Aw, yes you did. How are you today? I'm Mallory from Quebec Homestead, and man, this has been a crazy month. We got so much to be prepared for the June month that's coming. That's going to be crazy because we have our chickens that are going to be coming today. We're going to have day one day old chicks, and we're also going to have bees. So happy to have a bee suit right now that are coming. We're just waiting for the temperature to be right for the guy to split his nukes and everything and get it all prepared. And I just need to go out to the garage before we go get our chicks to make sure that our light isn't burnt out, because we do have a little brooder part in our garage, so we'll just go check that out real quick. All right, just set you down here real quick. I just need to plug this in to make sure that my light works. And I know some of you will say these are dangerous and all stuff, but they're still very conventionally used. No light. Unless it's not. No light. Oh, it's not plugged in. Duh. Alright, let me go plug that in. Alright, so last year we had chickens and we had a bad experience. We didn't have a really good feed. Oh, there you go. It works just fine. So I do not need a light. And yeah, last year what happened was I didn't have a really good feed, and they were lacking minerals and they had curled up toes. I do have a little update on that, like when I did my recap of the year, the video that says I've never shown you this before. And so that was really sad. So this year I'm really going to stick with the feed that I usually get at the co-op here. I know you guys want an update on the carrots. It's just that the temperature has been really bad, and I've been having a really bad slug and vole problem in my garden. So as soon as the temperature permits, I'm gonna do that. And it's like tomorrow, I think we're gonna try to get the plastic on my tunnel finally. So I've just been really busy, but I am going to update you guys as soon as I can on those carrots. Before leaving, I'm still waiting on my dinosaur computer to empty out my memory card. So I figured while we're waiting, I only have 5% left. I just can't wait to get my new computer. I should get it in July. I'll show you guys everything in the greenhouse. So I got tomatoes, I got Howie's squash, everything is just ready to go. I got 3 days of intense frost. I got -5 degrees Celsius, which is a pretty hard frost. I'm gonna go out to the orchard a little bit later and show you guys how everything fared in there. But see, everything here is just ready to go. And they've been, you know, yeah, they've been pretty good. I'll show you a few things that I have in my grow rack. Oh, in my propagation stuff, I only got 2 trees that I think really set root in the ground. The other ones, I still have nothing. Like, they're sort of, I see a little bit of action, but I have to wait. It could take plenty of months before anything really does happen. I transferred a few of these guys that I had in the water into the ground, and we'll see how it goes. Let's go to my grow lights. All right, so I got my another batch of tomatoes here. Look at this, how cool this is. Okay, this is called a Mimosa pudica, sensitive to touch. Do you see how it's moving? Okay, watch this. Look. See how you touch it and it just goes, it just like is like, I don't want to be touched. Isn't that cool? Bought that for the kids. My peppers, I got some other flowers, my celery. I had to bring in my celery because it was getting eaten by slugs real bad in my little cold frame, and so I did a little something. I'll show you guys later what I did for that. And so that's what it looks like now. I still have my cucumbers and a whole bunch of stuff to start indoors before getting everything outside. It's finally done. I need more memory cards, guys. If you guys have any to spare, send them my way, please. I'm so scatterbrained. The car that I just emptied, I didn't really empty it. I just transferred the footage onto my computer and I forgot to empty it on my card. So I'm just gonna deal with the 29 minutes I have left of recording and hope for the best. So Jude wants to go eat where? The McDonald's. Yeah. This is Jude's last year that she's going to be able to come out with us during the day because she's going to school in September already. So this is our last time that we have with our little baby. She just turned 5. It's just crazy. It went by so fast. And so now, you know, we're spoiling her and we're going to go to McDonald's.
I love my mommy.
What?
I love my mommy.
Aw, thank you. Do you love your daddy?
Yes, I love my daddy.
You better love your daddy. We have the nicest lady at the McDonald's. I'm gonna see if we can film her and say that she's the nicest lady. McDonald's de Montmagny. J'ai dit, je peux te filmer juste pour dire que t'es la plus gentille madame du McDo au monde? Oui.
Je t'envoie ça.
YouTube. Québec Homestead.
Hein?
Québec Homestead.
C'est ça. Bonne journée.
Merci.
Bonne journée.
That lady is always so happy and smiley and gives us like super good service every time, and I'm like, I have to catch her on film one day and tell her that she's the nicest person at McDonald's ever. Isn't she?
Yes, she is.
She's like
She's the best.
she's awesome.
On s'en va aller chercher les poussins.
Right.
All right.
Let me go get the chickens.
Ça veut dire les poulets.
So we just went to Canadian Tire to get a few things. Like I said earlier, I have a little vole problem in my garden. So I'm going to try this Sonic Spike.
Et après, on va acheter
See if that works.
poussins.
Yeah, we're so excited, huh? And I'm gonna try to build a chicken tractor eventually, so I got some of this. The fencing is like still back order again this year. It's hard to find, so I got the cheap kind. And Ben got himself a charger because our charger broke and almost lit the skidder on fire, so that was really scary.
Papa, il a vu la boucane puis il avait du feu.
Yeah, there was a lot of smoke. Anyways, so we're going to get the chickens now. And what's different, like I see a whole bunch of people in the States that go get their chickens at Tractor Supply. We don't have that option here. We can't just go to the store and buy ourselves chickens. We actually have to order them months in advance. Man, that GPS is being a bit... yeah, so we have to order the chickens months ahead of time and make sure that, so I think it's better that way. That way there's not like a whole bunch of chickens laying around in the store waiting to be bought, you know. They all have a home as soon as they're hatched. Anyways, so that was just my thought on it. So the way that it works, everybody has to line up, and Ben went in, he's gonna go get the birds, and then we're gonna pop them in the trunk.
Ça veut dire les poussins.
Yes, the birds, les poussins.
On va avoir des nouveaux poussins.
Ouais.
That's cute.
Yeah, we do quick. All right. Maybe we should tie them up, huh? Jude helped me put all the chickens in here, and don't let it fall like that, please.
Il faudrait que je le refasse.
Okay. Yeah. And so we dipped all their beaks in the water. They know where the water is. They know where the feed is. And this year, I am not putting any bedding in the first 24 to 48 hours of their lives because they peck at everything. And last year, what they did was they pecked at the bedding, and a whole bunch of them got constipated and died. So this year, I'm just putting them on the cardboard for the first few nights until they get established and know exactly where the food is, because I don't want them to peck at that.
I'm a little chicken.
Okay. Good chicken. There you go, you found it already. Hooray for you. So yeah, we're gonna go to the orchard, then we're gonna go out to the garden. Hopefully the wind won't be too much of an issue. We'll see how that goes. I think this tree got lucky because the blooms weren't completely out. They weren't open when it frosted, but we got 3 nights of really hard frost, -5 degrees, dude. And so I guess we're gonna have to see the level of productivity. Last year they produced pretty good for us, and this year there's a whole bunch of trees that bloomed for the first time, so I'm really curious to see what it's gonna be like. Okay girl, don't hurt the trees. This dog is roaming the perimeter. He's roaming the back pasture. I was pretty sure that these ones got hit because they literally, I mean, the blooms are yellow, orangish, sort of. So we're gonna have to see if they really froze or not. This is the highest point of my orchard, and I think this tree here maybe got hit a little bit harder. You see the leaves have browned, but this is like the only tree really from all of them that looks like this. So I think in all we got lucky. I even see some bees in here, so even though it's windy, the bees are making their way. So that's nice. That's always nice to hear, the buzzing of the bees. Alright, let's go check out the carrots in the garden. So yesterday I came out here and I noticed a lot of slugs. Like, they were literally crawling all over my bed. And then I noticed something a little different as well, which was a little bit alarming for me. I'm pretty sure that voles got in here, and that is why they dug out some of my carrots. So I don't know if you can see this. They are starting to come out here. This is where I did the cornstarch method. So they're sprouting in a nice line. But then you look here, all along the line where I planted them, a nice little tunnel. So they went in here and they started damaging my plants, and as well as this side here too. This is where I planted everything that, like I do every year, okay? So here's 1, 2. They're pretty spaced out with the sand method. They're not like sprouting out as they usually would. We got hit with really cold, so I don't know if maybe the fact that it was so cold that everything isn't sprouting out as it used to. I don't know, can you see that correctly on camera? So these ones are starting to come out. I planted these ones out 2 to 3 days beforehand, before I did these ones. And see, these ones with the cornstarch method are coming out pretty nicely. Same here. Got a good 2 fingers between them. But look here, again, slug holes, and I'm pretty sure voles. So what I did for the slugs, I don't know if you can see this, biochar. I had some ashes. I came to spread ashes all over the place, and biochar. And I also set these traps. All the sluggies that I have. See all these slugs? And they're all dead. That's what I got. That's my harvest for those. I'm gonna check my other trap. I'm gonna set these out in the compost. They're dead anyways. So I'm gonna set this trap back. Do you see there's holes in the bottom? So the beer seeps through. The slugs go in there, they're attracted to the beer. I set the holes so that they're aligned, and then I put the cover back on. Looks like the slug trap is working. They have started to leave my carrots alone, but just look at that spacing right there. I say that's pretty darn perfect. For this technique, I wouldn't use it for prevention, right? For slugs, I would use this as an attack when you're under attack. I wouldn't do this if you don't have any yet. I'm gonna get this installed. Okay. The Giant Destroyer Sonic Spike Mole and Gopher Repeller. So hopefully this will protect the rest of my carrots. Pretty simple plug and play. Solar, so that's nice. And then so anyways, with those slug traps and that's so much wind, oh my gosh. I hear it from here. And those, I should be good for this garden. This is good for a 700 square meter radius. So every 30 seconds it'll shoot out a little sound. So I'm gonna have to keep you guys posted. And I'm gonna come out and plant out a whole bunch of stuff this week and get my tunnel installed. I just hope that there's not too much wind in this video. Hopefully one day I'm gonna get one of those lapel mics and that'll be good for, you know, the wind and stuff. But yeah, see you next time.